Working from a strong feeling of vision and purpose from the August gathering, the Community University Research Alliance, now retitled Activating Change Together for Community Food Security, got together for a one-day community workshop at Mount St. Vincent University to explore the opportunities, benefits, and supports needed for communities and community organizations to engage in the work. Representatives from partner organizations also offered their ideas for what information should be collected to understand community food security and policy change. The day started with an introduction from Patty Williams of the Mount, one of the co-leads on the project. She highlighted the ways in which we want to work together and also reviewed some of the tensions we face on such a large collaborative effort. Patty also introduced the hosts for the day, Rita McCulley from Capital District Health and Satya Raymond, the project coordinator. They welcomed the group with a group check-in. What are you looking forward to today?
I'm Karen LeBlanc from Maggie's Place in Amherst, Nova Scotia, and I've been involved with this since the beginning. Roadmap is our headline. We're looking forward to where we're going, and we can see what's been behind us. So.
Getting clarity on, in terms of ways that communities can be involved in this project, and just expanding our ideas around that.
I think our title was like Trailblazers Set Off.
For me, the headline would really be about the amazing potential for collective action in Nova Scotia. And
we're looking forward to it including access and poverty issues as well, again.
Christine Johnson from the Nova Scotia Food Security Network, the other co-lead on the project, then presented an overview of the research, knowledge mobilization, and action planning that we have ahead of us. Using Theory U as a guide, she outlined how the project might fit into that, giving a basic roadmap to our work over the next 5 years.
Theory U that was developed came out of a lot of experience and knowledge about people who are considered innovators and people who come up with, solutions that are more oriented at real systems level change.
Time was then given to participants to have a short gallery walk around the room and take in all the details and all the illustrations. This included information on policy and the vision statement of the project. We then broke off into smaller groups scattered throughout the center for 3 rounds of World Cafe discussions to highlight the possible benefits for communities and investigate other ways that communities could be engaged in the research. At the end, hosts from the sessions reported back to the larger group.
A key opportunity was education. So for everyone, so not just people that are already involved in the project, and for communities to really build their capacity to do education in their own communities.
The CURA, there's a little tiny tree, that community needs to be at the center always in all ways.
And then of course a lot about the connections between within the community and then in a broader community of those working around food security.
We also had some questions raised around, defining community and what that means, and I think that was a discussion at a lot of the tables.
And we also need to keep one foot on the land and one foot in the sea, and not forget either that both are vital.
After a short lunch break, groups then were able to participate in a World Carousel. Based on World Cafe type discussions, it allows groups to cycle through different subject areas, allowing everyone to have input into the way the CURA is shaped. The carousel focused on 3 key questions. Lynn Langell from the Nova Scotia Department of Health Promotion and Protection and Corey Melanson, a research assistant, hosted a session on changing policy, asking, what is policy? How do we influence policy? And what do we need to build our capacity to influence policy? Christine Johnson hosted a session to ask, what do we need to know and what information should we collect to better understand community food security in Nova Scotia? This information will be very helpful in planning the participatory community food security assessments. Av Singh from the Nova Scotia Food Security Network and AgriPoint facilitated a discussion on what are the considerations we need to think about for selecting communities to be involved in the participatory community food security assessments. After everyone had a chance to contribute their ideas to each question, the group met to go over the results from all the sessions.
When we made the presentation and talked about what was presented in the proposal, the fact that we were looking for geographical diversity, sectoral diversity, and all that was all reiterated and prioritized. There's a lot of emphasis put on geographic representation, that we do want to see that the province is reflected in the report.
So in terms of the what, you can see there's a whole diversity there. Some of the key highlights, we're obviously talking about wanting to know what's available, how it's grown, produced, how do people access food, what kind of services exist in the community. We want to know things like demographic data. We want to know, we want to know who's in the community and what are income levels and what are poverty rates.
Part of that too was somehow kind of making policy change simple. So whether that's some kind of map like this of the Nova Scotia landscape, or thinking about, how is it that everyone can sort of connect to policy change? And I tried to pull that out of the group, and we came up with, role playing, or whether it's a video or something that folks can engage with around policy.
Patty Williams then spoke to the group briefly about the next steps on the project. We're going to capture all the ideas of the day and use them to inform the participatory community food security assessments and the next phases of the research and action. The first way that these ideas will contribute to shaping the project is by informing the letter of interest process for communities to explore their interests in the opportunities with CURA and their criteria for determining where initial community food security assessments will happen in the province. In mid-December, community partner organizations will be invited to submit a letter of interest to the Program Coordination Committee as the first opportunity to identify what activities they are interested in. This includes the participatory community food security assessments, but also includes all aspects of the project. In all, the day was very focused on making some real headway into shaping decisions into the research that we need to better understand community food security in Nova Scotia, the policies that relate to it, and how to activate change together.
Group that we should have Nerf balls here at every meeting, and every time somebody uses an acronym or a term, no seriously, that you think somebody may not understand, you throw the Nerf ball.